Who's going to the World Series? All right, so I want to be seeing what are the chances of each team winning in the championship series rounds. So to give you guys the brackets, the championship series is consisted of 4 teams, 2 in each league. And for the National League, it's going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Milwaukee Brewers. And in the American League, it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays against the Seattle Mariners. Now, I'm recording this video after I saw the first game of the ALCS. And after watching that game, I saw that the Mariners and the Blue Jays matchup, which is what we're going to be starting off first with, is a weird matchup. So let's get into it. So the Blue Jays, they don't have really good starting pitching or really good bullpen, but they do have a pretty good lineup. And we saw that against the Yankees, where their lineup kind of, they battled, they stood alive, they foul pitches. And their bullpen is their starting pitching is I mean, their starting pitching isn't great, but they're not lights out either. They are middle of the road starting pitching, and I think the Seattle Mariners lineup could really take advantage of that. They have Shane Bieber, and they also have pretty much that's it. Like, out of all that, I mean, they have Kevin Gausman, and the kid, I forgot his name. But after those 2 guys, it's really a wild card, literally, for their pitching, and their bullpen isn't that great. Rather, with the Seattle Mariners, starting pitching is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty much all they've been good at for the last couple years up until now. They got a competent lineup. Like, it's pretty much been starting pitching and then the J-Rod. That's it. But now they have Cal Raleigh, and now they also have Arozarena. So hopefully they could, put some runs across. I think they also have Eugenio Suarez. So, really good lineup. Or not really good, but pretty competent lineup. And as we all know, pitching wins series, okay? Pitching wins World Series. Pitching wins championships. So their pitching's pretty good. Their bullpen is also pretty good. So their starting pitching is one of the best in the whole league. And it's been like that for a while. So they could really develop pitchers. And I definitely think that the Seattle Mariners could win this series. And the Blue Jays, rather than not a really bad team, and we'll see how they fare in Game 2 of the ALCS, I think that the Blue Jays, they could be got here, and this could be it for the Blue Jays. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I want the Blue Jays to lose. Look, if you want my personal opinion, what teams I want to win and lose, I want the Blue Jays to lose, and I want the Dodgers to lose. So if any of those teams loses, I'm okay with it. And to be honest, the Milwaukee Brewers is who I'm rooting for to win the World Series, but that's neither here nor there. So the Blue Jays, I definitely want them to lose, and I think they are going to lose. They're not going to go down without a fight, though. I definitely think that this is going to be a tough series for the Mariners. Mind you, the Mariners have never been to the World Series, ever. The closest they got was in 2001 in the ALCS, where the Yankees beat them to go to the World Series. So who knows? Maybe this is the Mariners' year. I don't know. But I definitely think the Mariners, the pitching is much better than the Blue Jays. So while the Blue Jays may have a better lineup, just solid 1 through 9, I definitely think that lineup could be shut down with the Mariners bullpen and starting pitching. So let's get into the Dodgers and Brewers series. So the Brewers are also kind of like the Mariners, only they're like a mix of the Mariners and the Blue Jays. So they have the Mariners pitching and the Blue Jays lineup, sort of. The Mariners pitching, as we know, is pretty good. And this is also the same for the Milwaukee Brewers, where the Brewers also have a really good, they have pretty good starting pitching, and they have a really good roster of players that could really keep the ball in the field. They don't give up a lot of home runs, and I think that's what helps them in the long run, because the Dodgers are a home run hitting team. So their pitchers, this team is like if you took a team straight out of the 1990s and just plopped them into 2025, because this lineup it's not home run or bust. It's very, scrappy. Get them on, get them over. They take their pitches, they foul pitches off, they hit singles, they hit doubles, they hit triples. I mean, they also have home runs, of course, but it's not as crazy as the Yankees or the Cubs or any of those other teams. The Dodgers, they also have pretty good starting pitching, but the second you get past the starting pitching and into their bullpen it's rough. It's rough. I mean, they have a good backup man in Roki Sasaki, where, if you guys remember, he was the imported Japanese player who came to the Dodgers, who was supposed to be the $1 million man, and he kind of went to bed in his first appearance in the major leagues. He has picked it up, though, and is now the Dodger closer for the postseason. So, hey, he made a comeback, and he's doing really good with the Dodgers, and he could shut down the Brewers. Now, what scares me about the Brewers is that they had that game against the Cubs, where the Cubs scored 6-0, and the Brewers, they just looked lost. I mean, they just got absolutely dominated. So I hope that the Brewers, they could kind of get it together against the Dodgers, because the Dodgers lineup is way better than the Cubs lineup. It's probably the best lineup in all of baseball. So I'm not sure how you would face against that. I'm hoping that they could do it today. I'm recording this on the Monday, after the first ALCS game. So their NLCS game starts at 8 on TBS and HBO Max. So I'm hoping to see some pretty good baseball from the Brewers, since they don't die. They stay alive. And they also have a former Yankee prospect on there, Caleb Durbin, which the Yankees traded away to get Devin Williams. So, hey, the Brewers, they're not a bad team. They got there for a reason. They stay alive. They have the best record in all of Major League Baseball. So in the whole of MLB, they have the best record. So, and I'm not saying always the best record wins, but that's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good sign. But the Dodgers, they don't go down easy either. They also play a special brand of baseball where there's kind of a mix in between, where they put the ball in play, but they also hit a lot of home runs. So we'll see how that goes. I definitely think that the Dodgers still have a really good chance of winning the series, since they have experience, and the Brewers, they're just a bunch of ragtag kids. I definitely think that they could do it, though. I want the Brewers to do it, because the Brewers, I mean, they play a brand of baseball that I want to see more in the Major League Baseball. I want to see more, Brewers type game from the Yankees and all the other teams, where they just get them on, get them over. Because as we've seen from the Cubs, the Yankees, even the Red Sox to an extent, home run is not the end-all be-all of the postseason. It may be for the regular season, but for the postseason, it's more about getting your hits, getting your walks, fouling pitches off, because you're going against the best of the best pitching. Reminding you, in the regular season, you go against some pretty bad teams that are way below what you should be going against. So the Yankees could kind of beat up on them, or any team could kind of beat up on bad pitching. But now you're going against the best pitching, the best lineups. So you're not always going to get that home run. And so that's why I like the Brewers, and I kind of like the Blue Jays, because they take their pitches and they foul pitches off, and they take the hits, get them on, get them over. So, while it may work for the regular season, it doesn't directly translate to the postseason. Again, as I've stated before, they always say, oh, the postseason's a crapshoot. The second you get in there, it's a crapshoot. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, if it's crapshoot, then how come the Dodgers are right back in it? How come the Astros, when they had their little streak, they were in it? Don't know. But I have gotten thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments saying, I got to make my video shorter. So we're going to stop it here. We're going to stop it right here. Look at the setup. Setup's pretty cool. Got the Yankee logo behind me. And I think, here's my final predictions. Brewers in 7 against the Dodgers, and Mariners in 6. So we'll see. I want the Mariners in 5, honestly. Let's go for 5. Mariners in 5. Let's do it. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I definitely think that this is going to be an interesting series. As we know, this has been a long time coming for the Mariners since they've never been to the World Series ever. So hopefully they make it there. I want them to, just for love of the game. I don't want them to win though. I hate that. I want them to lose to the Brewers. I want the Brewers to win. So let me know what you think down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the setup. Should I do any changes? Should I add anything? I don't know. This is new to me. I'm new to this thing. So I'll see you guys in the next one.